جديدة من برنامج موفرز اند شيكرز. برنامجنا يأتيكم أسبوعيا ويقدم من قبل المقدم البرنامج نيك نجار و MEA TV. دائما عندنا ضيوف ويانا. عندنا ضيفنا اليوم من شركة كامكاست السيد ستو ويانا راح يتحدث لنا عن شركة كامكاست كيبل كامكاست، شركة كبيرة جدا. راح يتحدث لنا ما يدور داخل الشركة اللي ما يعرفه أبناء الجالية والمشاهدين الأعزاء. Stu, welcome to our show.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Stu, most of our communities, they know Comcast is a cable TV company.
Correct.
They have no idea what other programs or other things, products they present or they offer to the community. Can you tell us a little bit about Comcast company?
Well, Comcast, bottom line, it's a cable company, but it's a video provider. They want to provide video to anybody and everybody as much as possible. And yes, while there's cable for the cable television, the biggest growth we're seeing really is in the high-speed data. Because again, if you want to watch any content on your phone, on your tablet, any of the apps out here, MEA TV, if you want to get that good quality content, you have to have that high-speed data available. And that's one of the things that they're really focusing on, especially with the onslaught of streaming that's happening right now, which is MEA TV is a streaming program. So that's really where we're seeing a lot of the growth. So it's not just cable TV; it's basically providing video for anybody and everybody. And in today's day and age, one of the biggest shifts that we've seen in video is that back in the day when you and I were growing up, especially here in the U.S., we had our three networks. We had ABC, NBC, CBS, and we had to watch what they pushed out to us. In today's day and age, it's a lot more viewer focused. We have control as a viewer to watch what we want, when we want, and how we want. So having access through the high-speed data and through some of the cable, being able to watch that content the way we want to do it is really the kind of the biggest growth we've seen.
So Comcast provide beside the cable TV, they have the internet and they have the home phones or business phones and stuff like this.
Exactly.
They provide with that. So another thing, I don't know my understanding if it's true or not, they do even the alarms for businesses and
exactly. So at Comcast, NBC Universal Comcast has, yes, there's the Xfinity Home, which is the home alarm system. We have cellular service, Xfinity Mobile. We have, the cable TV. But one of the things that people may not know, may not realize, Comcast also owns NBC Universal. So we have the Universal films as well. So a lot of the movies that are coming out and things like that are part of our blanket as well. But for the local consumers, you can get cable, you can get high-speed data, you can get your home security, and you can get your mobile phone products all through us at the same time.
And Comcast at the same time, they provide businesses for businesses. They cater to businesses too.
Very much so.
It's not only residential, they do for businesses too.
Very much so. And in the business realm, I know that there's a lot of savings that can be had over some of the old traditional services out there, like in AT&T and things like that. Depending upon the situation, there can be a big savings. And again, the nice thing about the technology we have, and you being a business owner, you know that it's one of those things where you need that high-speed data. You need it to be consistent. It needs to stay up. You need to have it because, especially if you're transferring files and documents back and forth. So it's really an advantage to a business owner to have that stability.
I noticed last few years most companies, big companies like AT&T, they are fighting with each other to provide faster speed for internet and stuff. Why the Comcast, they have better niche than other companies? Why AT&T is a huge company, they've been in the business 50 years. Why they're falling behind?
I'm not going to pretend that I know all the answers to that question, but here's what I can tell you. Comcast is the number one, what's called MSO, multi-service operator in the country, and might be in the world because we just picked up some European properties as well. But we've been doing this for over 50 years. We've been laying, starting with the copper wire with the cable, but the cable company started with the fiber optics a long time ago. So we upgraded all those fiber optics. A couple decades ago, we were starting on the forefront of getting the cable optics, which again provides faster speeds for your data and things like that, long before everybody else did. And that takes quite a bit of capital, quite a bit of expense to get those things up in place. So we've been doing that for a long time. And that has kind of given us the leg up on everybody else in the fact that we have a very stable infrastructure that allows us to provide that high-speed data in a stable environment to the consumers. Other people are still relying on old technology that is not going to be able to keep up to what you want. If you got the best way I can describe this is if you have a family in the house. Myself, my wife, and I have got 17-year-old twin boys. So at 17, you can imagine there's a lot of computers, there's a lot of phones, there's a lot of laptops and
games,
tablets, games. In today's environment, everything is wireless, and being able to run all of those things consistent with that high-speed data that you want really requires that infrastructure.
أعزائي المشاهدين، لازلنا مع برنامج موفرز اند شيكرز، ويانا السيد ستو من شركة كامكاست. يتحدث لنا عن مزايا شركة كامكاست وليش الناس تاخذ شركة كامكاست بالرغم من انه اكو شركات اخرى. فعودة اخرى مع السيد ستو. ستو, we were talking about the Comcast, and we said Comcast company. We were talking about. But I switch the company because of from different company, because when I go, my kids goes upstairs, they play with the computer or the games and stuff. It was very slow. Comcast, they have high speed. Did Comcast company, they have branches in different states or only state in Michigan?
We are in, if my math is correct, I believe we're in 40 of the 50 states. We are in 12, the top 12 markets, media markets in the country. So if there's a metro market out there, a larger metro market, we're definitely in there.
So in 40 states, they have a Comcast company. They call it Comcast, or
yes.
They call it a different name?
Comcast.
So Xfinity, what got to do with Comcast?
Okay. Well, once Comcast purchased NBC Universal, NBC Universal became the blanket, kind of the umbrella company for all of their different things that they have. And as part of, so they decided to take the cable side and try to rebrand it and put a new name to it. So that's where the Xfinity came in. Much like you would see with AT&T Uverse or something like that. If you call it Uverse, it wasn't AT&T. So a lot of companies do this in the fact they try to rebrand, try to give it a little bit different, a little bit updated, new name, new reputation, try to start out new. So
before the show, we were talking about Comcast, and you said there's an X1 box and stuff. Can
yes.
you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'll tell you what's really nice about one of the things that Comcast has set out that they want to do is that they, and not to talk too high level, but they say they want to be the aggregators of aggregators. And now what that means is they came up with this beautiful new cable box for your home cable system that has Netflix already built into it, that has Amazon Prime Video built into it, has YouTube built into it. So instead of having to, especially in today's day and age with the smart TVs, having to switch around to the different apps and things that they have, finding this on the screen, everything's kind of a one-stop shop right in their X1 box, which makes it very convenient for users. I know our family uses it all the time, whether we're watching some Netflix. My boys love to watch stuff on YouTube, and it's all right there. And especially combine that with the voice remote that you have, it makes it for a very good user experience. So it is really a nice benefit to really minimize your time and just have a great time watching television.
Excellent. Now we come to the good part. You an account executive for Comcast. You do represent the company, you do the commercial and stuff. And I met you through this business. So when I started advertising, so in your business, what do you think what is a benefit for business owners to go advertising Comcast through different channels? How we do that?
Well, thanks for asking me that, Nick. I appreciate it. One of the things that's surprising, even though I've been doing this a little over 18 years now, and the company's been doing it for much longer than that. You talk to business owners today, and they still aren't even aware that they can advertise on cable. So I can advertise on ESPN, or I can advertise on CNN or Fox News or a multitude of those other cable networks that are out there. Well, you can. And the advantage that you have there is that you now have networks, lifestyle networks, that are going to fit your clientele very well. So if you're looking, in your case, where you're dealing in real estate, and more specifically, if you're looking at some commercial real estate, we know that business owners might be watching CNN or Fox News a little bit more some of the other networks. Maybe even ESPN would be a good network to get some of those business owners. So we can try to target a business owner who's watching that content. And then we could take your message, your commercial and your message, and not only put it on that specific network that we think is right for them, but we can also geographically target it to the area that you want to be in. So if you're a small or medium-sized business, and let's say you're only in Sterling Heights, my location's in Sterling Heights, you can advertise in the Sterling Heights area. You don't have to be in Ann Arbor or Chesterfield or even over in Pontiac. You can kind of pick the backyard where most of your business comes from. So it's really a targeted opportunity for you to really hone in on where your customers are and who your customers are.
So somebody is watching from the community, watching this show, and he said, you know what, Nick Najjar, I saw you with the Stu interview with the Comcast. Which phone number I can call and find out I want to advertise? They can call Comcast and ask for you, or you have your own number?
They can call me directly. My phone number is 248-633-6087. Once again, 248-633-6087. Call me late, call me often. It doesn't matter. Just give me a call.
So a client watching today or viewers watching today, and they can call you, and you can go to their business, meet with them, cater to them, put a package for them according to their budget. There's a different budget. Somebody can spend $2,000 a week. Somebody can spend $2,000 a month. Somebody can spend $100,000 a month.
Exactly.
And you can put a package according to what the person needs.
Nick and you and I work together, so I hope that you can attest to this. Bottom line, yes, I work for Comcast. And obviously I sell advertising for Comcast. But for me, more than anything, the most important thing is being consultative. I want to find out what your needs are. The only way that I can design something that's going to help you grow and help you achieve those needs is to find out what is it you want to do. Where do you want to be at? So yeah, sitting down, doing what I call as a needs analysis. I want to find out where you want to be, what you want to do, and that allows me to customize something that's going to work best for you. And each business is different. Real estate's going to be much different than a retail establishment, which might be different than a restaurant. So we have to find out. I need to find out from you exactly what you want, who you're currently talking to, and how we can reach more of those
people. And you work with their budget too.
Exactly.
You work with them, but somebody said, you know, I have certain amount of money, I want to advertise for that and that area, so you will work with him, cater to him, him or her, you know, what kind of budget, and you work with their budget.
Exactly. The only limitations we have is much like any other business is, you know, what your budget is. So depending upon what your budget is, where you want to be at, again, that's going to allow me to customize the best solution for what you're looking for.
Can you repeat your phone number one more time?
Sure. I'm at 248-633-6087.
Thank you very much, Stu, and I know you're very busy, and I took your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Hopefully we can get back again one more time soon. We'll talk about different things in the business, and will the community benefit, the educated, and I benefit myself. I learned a lot today, things I didn't know about the Comcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick.
أعزائي المشاهدين، كنا مع السيد ستو من شركة كامكاست. تحدثنا عن شركة كامكاست والخدمات اللي تقدمها، وإن شاء الله نلتقي بكم في الأسبوع القادم مع تحيات نيك نجار.